Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast. And I'm just checking in on you. Sorry, I'm just checking in on you, just seeing how your week's going. A little half-hour checking in. How you doing? Are you doing okay? Fan-fucking-tastic. You know what's funny? I'm always a day late and $1 short to shit. So I fucking got a YouTube page now. We're doing all this animation. I'm fucking hiring people to do stuff, try to get this fucking thing going. So someday I won't even have to leave my house. All I got to do is just sit here rambling about crazy shit as I slip into fucking senility, and I'll still be able to eat my applesauce. I'll still be able to pay for some fucking applesauce. All right? That is what old age is all about. Okay, you don't leave your house, but checks are still coming in. Okay, you got a cupboard full of fucking applesauce. Once you open them, you put them in the fridge. You know, even though it hurts your teeth. Ow! Right? Because you got a fucking nerve involvement in all your fucking all your teeth. Right? You go back to eating the same shit you used to eat as a baby. It's like applesauce is Gerber food for fucking old people. Right? So you got that. What else do you have? You mix a little mayonnaise in there. Anything you don't have to fucking chew. So I'm getting the YouTube page going. And then you know what these fucking cunts at YouTube do now? I can't even tell you. They got this thing where they decide if what the fuck happened on your thing is a little too offensive. Like they fucking decide, and then you don't get any of the ad money. And I'm like, but the ad's still there. Who gets the money? YouTube keeps it. Fucking unbelievable. I'll tell you right fucking now. The number one commandment broken, I'm telling you, it's stealing. And there's more stealing that goes on the legal side of business. Everybody's always making, fucking Scorsese, he's always doing the, if I could fuck you forever, whatever that fucking song is. I could go from rags to riches. That's what the hell it is, right? All that Goodfellas shit. Fuck you, pay me. Fuck you, pay me. All of that. Like that doesn't exist in the legal world. It's even fucking worse, and it's more overt. That is just straight up fucking stealing. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the YouTube page. I'm actually thinking, why don't I just move it to my fucking website, right? I'll reach out to fucking Miller High Life. You want to fucking just be on all my videos, and I'll just do it on my page, and I can say whatever the fuck I want and not worry about somebody taking my fucking retirement applesauce money. It's not like I'm making any fucking money anyways. You got to have like 1 billion hits, I think, to make $7. Well, you got to curate. As they're talking to you, you hear like a cash machine going off in the fucking background. Whatever. Who gives a shit? All right. You know what? I am actually in a great mood here. I am in a great mood. And despite that highway robbery, YouTube, you should call it your tube. It's your fucking bullshit. You're keeping all the fucking money, you cunts. Who gives a shit, right? At the end of the fucking day. Well, obviously you do, Bill, or you wouldn't have brought it up. I don't fucking mind. Just fuck me over. Why can't you just fuck me over? Why can't you just come out and just say, listen, we're going to fuck you over? Why do you got to lie? Why do you got to sit there and act like you're not going to do it, and then you turn around and you do it? That's what upsets me. It's not that you're doing it. It's that you said you weren't going to do it. All right. Anyways, Brad Marchand suspended for 2 games for stabbing Jake Dotson in the balls. So he got 1 game for each ball. Each ball that he fucking stabbed him in. And it made sense. I know a lot of people are like, well, why didn't Sidney Crosby? Because what Sidney did, don't you see, is he turned his fucking stick sideways. And he gave him a little tap of the ball bag. Like the same level that when, the doctor, you go to get a physical, he has you cross your legs and, he hits you and your knee goes up, right? Just like that. He was just testing the guy's reflexes. So he gets no suspension or a penalty. Plus he has those big pouty lips and everybody feels bad for him. That's the genius of Sidney Crosby. Sidney Crosby has a look on his face, like right before you make your girlfriend cry, and then you're like, oh my God, she's going to cry, so you just abandon your argument. Like, that's what his face looks like. So I think that's why he's able to get away with what he gets away with. Plus, he's a superstar and he makes everybody a ton of money. So Brad Marchand, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. I remember Brandon Pruss fucking stabbed him in the nuts when we were playing Vancouver a couple of years ago. And then what's funny is to listen to Jack Edwards. When he sees Marchand, he's such a fucking homer. He's just sitting there going, well, look at that is blatantly out of the rules. That is a delicious video for the boys in New York. Hope you enjoy your day off. Like talking about definitely a suspension. And then Marchand fucking just, I mean, he uppercutted this dude's nuts. His stick was not on the flat side like he was giving it a backhander, He did an uppercut with the stick to the guy's taint and ball area. And, when your wife tells you to shovel the driveway and you're already pissed at you, you know how hard you throw those first 2 fucking scoops of snow over your shoulder? That's how hard he hit this guy in the fucking nuts. And I got to tell you, as a Bruins fan, I was like, oh my God, he just fucked us over because he just got kicked out of the game. I think it was still 0-0 against the Tampa Bay Lightning. And we were waiting to, see if we were going to make the playoffs. I'm like, oh my God, it was right at the end of the first period. I'm like, he's going to get kicked out. That's going to fucking, give Tampa a little jump in their game. They're going to win this fucking game. He's going to be out for the rest of the season. And then we're going to, I catastrophize in my head. What if we fucking, don't make the playoffs because of that? Playoffs! But fortunately, we ended up winning, I think 4-1 or 4-0. And if we beat Ottawa tonight, we can actually, we at the very least are going to be a wild card. But I mean, I don't feel like playing fucking the Capitals right now. They're looking like world beaters, but eventually you will have to play them. But it'd be nice to maybe have a chance to win a playoff series. We'll see how we do, though. You never know. Goaltenders if they get hot at the right time of year, there's no telling how far you could go in these Stanley Cup playoffs. I feel like, for me, I just feel that that's actually become part of my vocabulary now, because every time Nia watches those fucking reality shows, people always go, for me, or to me, I just feel. And now I've done it so much, now I'm doing it. So I am officially Bill Kardashian right now. All right? I'm not thinking about transitioning. I'm not going to dye what's left of my fucking, I got my head shaved now. My beard, I'm not going to dye it fucking jet black, But like a Kardashian, I did marry an African American. So I feel like I'm halfway there. I think I could actually say that I'm one of their cousins. I don't know. Oh, I see a Photoshop coming. Anyways, to get back to the hockey. So we're in the playoffs for the first time in 3 fucking years. So it's great to be in there, and hopefully we'll beat Ottawa tonight. And I bet Marchand cost himself a little bit of fucking money there. I would think in his contract that he gets a bonus if he gets 40 goals. And the man was sitting on 39. We're going to play Ottawa tonight. Forget about the rest of the game that he could have played in Tampa. Playing Ottawa tonight. And according to the Puck Off podcast, hosted by Joe Bartnick on the All Things Comedy Network, he said that Ottawa's got a lot of injuries in their defense. Who knows? So I guess what you take away from all of that is that if you're in the NHL, if you're going to fucking hit somebody's ball bag, you do it with the flat side of the stick. All right? You get yourself, some collagen injections into your lips like a Kardashian. I don't know. Maybe they did. It didn't. I don't know. So you look like you're about ready to cry like Cindy Crosby, and you will not get suspended. All right? But I actually heard Crosby the other night fucking slash somebody and almost took the end of his fucking, like the end of the guy's finger was hanging off. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that guy, he's going to have there's not really like any of the goons anymore. They used to have like players like Crosby used to just have like security. Like back in the day in like the 80s, like the fucking tough guys back in the 80s were like, they did everything but just have like blue blazers on and earpieces standing next to the goal scorers. If you went anywhere near them, they'd fucking murder you. And I'm trying to think of who the Penguins have. Penguins never really had a goon. They had a bunch of fucking knee breakers. They were really into like, well, we're not going to fight you. We're just going to end your career. Blow out your fucking knee, board you, and that type of shit. Filthy fucking franchise. But, the Penguin is a dirty bird, isn't it? Sort of the pigeon of the Antarctic. Isn't it? Did you guys hear they're building some luxury condos down there? Luxury condos in Antarctica. The people in Silicon Valley, they don't know where else to spend their money. They already bought up San Francisco. They're starting to come down here to L.A. and for a summer place because San Francisco is so fucking cold that the next thing that they're going to do, they're going to be down in Antarctica. You can look it up. It's true. Luxury condos in Antarctica. And L.A. to Antarctica, they're going to have the first direct flight in July. All of that is true. I'm not making this up at all because I have a half hour to fill up here, and I'm only 10 minutes in. I would never do that to you guys. All right, let's talk about old Billy Beefcake here. All right? Fucking Dad Bod Magoo, who, after his European run last summer, was up to fucking 190 pounds. And then I kind of started working out, getting ready for my special. I got down to like $178, finished the special. And are they really specials anymore now that there's one coming out every week? It was just sort of Bill talks for an hour. I think since my special came out in January, there's been 97 other hour-long specials. I think there's been one out every day. Anyway, so I got down to $178, 79-ish, and then I was just like, all right, now I'm waiting to become a dad. You know, my wife was in the third trimester, so I'm going to trimester. So I'm going to fucking blame her a little bit, even though I was just drinking too much and everything. So I got up to back up to $185, $186. So now, last week, I got myself down to 180 pounds. This week, I wanted to lose at least 2 pounds. All right? The weigh-in is tomorrow, but I'll just start doing them on Thursday. So I wanted to get down to 178, maybe 177. Got on the scale today, 177.6. Woo! All right? So I am... I got one day on a film coming up. Ooh, aren't you fancy, Bill? Yes, I am. I got one day on a film. So ultimately, you know, I need to not get too much shit on Twitter about being a big booze-headed, fucking bald-headed red cunt, you know, which always fucking happens. All these fucking actresses fucking bitch moaning and complaining like the internet is only mean to them. I swear to God, fucking self-involved lunatics, right? I got to get down to my fighting weight's usually about $172. On camera. If I walk around at $175, you know, if you just see me coming down the street, I look radiant. Okay? You're going to look at me like, Jesus, Bill, are you expecting? Look at that look on your face. I'm fucking with you. But on camera, I got to be down to $172. All right? And every fucking actor knows what fucking weight you got to be at. So, you know, and you just gauge it on social media feedback. Because you're just going to get a ton of shit the second you go a little... Dude, you looked like Vince Vaughn in the end of fucking The Breakup. You know, that was my favorite part of that fucking movie. I love that fucking movie. I loved how Vince did the fucking... He had the not in a relationship fucking, you know, out there crushing ass. And then when he was in the relationship, he had that extra 10 to 15. You know, the Netflix weight. Let's sit here and, you know, make some mac and cheese and play footsie. I don't want to ruin the end of the movie, but that's one of the best, you know. And that was a chick flick, too, because it was about a relationship. And that's one of my favorite things about it, was it played out in a real way, right down to the, you know, when he's not in a relationship, he's fucking, you know, he's at his fighting weight, you know. I'm trying to attract somebody to fuck me again. Okay, you were a layup, so I had my layup extra 15 on, right? That's what I'm trying to lose right now, old Billy layup weight. So I'm down to 177.6. So next week, the official weigh-in is on Friday, but I'll do them on Thursday just to add a little excitement in your life, because I'm so self-involved that I feel like you guys actually give a shit. So do it with me. Lose 2 pounds this week, at least, if not 3. So I want to be down to about $174 by Friday of next week, and then we shoot the following week so I could actually be down to 173. You know, if I puke behind a dumpster, you know, take the old fucking, you know what route. I guess you can't even say bulimia without people freaking out, unless you're like, it's one of the worst diseases. You can't even use it as a comedy reference. Are you allowed to? Are you allowed to say, you know, use that as a reference? Like, I'll go, if I have to, I will make myself fucking yak for fucking a day to get down to the $172 to deliver my line and a half on this movie. Bill Burr, king of the line and a half. If you got a line and a half that you need to fucking be delivered by a tertiary character, did I use that word correctly? I am your fucking man. I will show up on time, in shape, ready to fucking work. I'll show up at my fighting weight of 172. I will deliver that line. I'll even give you a look. All right? If you give me like a special appearance by Bill Burr in the opening credits, whatever the fuck that's called, I will actually throw in. I'll give you the Rock, you know, with one of my invisible eyebrows that you can't really see. Anyway, so I'm going to get down to that. I'm going to get down to hopefully like $1, whatever, 70, whatever. Look at me. I sound like the fucking Rain Man, but that's the only way to do it. And eventually I'd like to get down to about $1.68. Okay. And then not do what I always do to be like, oh, I'm $1.68. You know, who wants some fucking cookies? Let's get a fucking 12 pack, you know? And then I slowly but surely go right back up. And I have to make a lifestyle change. I just feel like for me, I'm going to be a lot happier if I cut out gluten. And I still don't know what gluten is. It's some sort of chemical that's in wheat, I believe. And evidently it's not good for you, even though wheat is from the earth. But, you know, there are poisonous plants. Or is gluten like some shit that some fucking nerds made for psychopaths that have food companies? That adds to the density or some shit, and somehow they make more money. Is that what it is? They're always looking to do that shit. You know what I mean? You can't fucking satisfy them. These fucking lunatic, these fucking guys, the men at the top of these corporations, you know what they're like? They're like a bunch of fucking broads. You know what I mean? Like no matter what they have, they're never fucking happy. You know, you got straight hair, now you want curly hair, now you want short hair. You know? Now you want to wear a crop top. Now you want to fucking, you know, have clam diggers on. I don't know what the fuck it is you're doing. Can you just put on a fucking pair of sweatpants and just sit down for 5 fucking minutes? You know how hard my wife would be laughing at this shit right now? Because I'm the one who, I fucking... Look, this is supposed to be my relaxed energy right now, and I'm still talking too fast. Whenever I listen back to my podcast, I'm like, why do I talk so fast? I thought I talked a lot slower. I need to have like cocktail party energy. No, even at a cocktail party, you got to yell. You got to yell over people, right? I don't know. Cocktail party, just call it what it is. We're getting away from our kids to get shit-faced for a few hours. All right? And somebody's going to try to dominate the conversation. Somebody's going to fucking bring up politics. Someone's going to get too drunk. Then there's going to be a fucking argument. Then there's going to have to be apologies afterwards. Why doesn't everybody just pick a fucking corner of the room, okay, stare at the carpet, and just start drinking, okay? That's it. Why else are we here? Is this some swingers party? Are we going to trade off here? Like, what is going on? Maggie, I don't give a shit about your worldview. You don't hold public office. You do not have access to top secret documents in the Pentagon. So at the end of the day, what am I doing here? Aren't I really listening to like a nurse trying to tell me how to fix a car? Isn't that kind of the same thing? Would you like to hear what I think about fucking the Middle East? Of course you wouldn't. Well, all right then. Finish your fucking drink. Anyways, what else is going on this weekend? Oh, I'm going to be in San Antonio for not one show, for two shows. At the Majestic Theater. Oh, my God, it's so majestic. They added a second show. I'm going to be doing some morning radio tomorrow to hype that second show. Doing not one show. I'm doing 2 shows. Like Brad Marchand. I'm not going to fucking stab you in one ball. I'm stabbing you in 2. I'm not going to get suspended for 1 game. You're suspended for 2. I'm going to do 1 show for every game Brad Marchand was suspended. Okay? Was unfairly targeted. Because he in a moment of emotion, he used the shovel in the snow fucking technique, and he did not have the Sidney Crosby pouty lips for when he went to the board in New York. I think that's what Crosby does, you know. He doesn't even have to go to New York. They just fucking put him on Skype, and he just sits there like, "Hi guys, I'm sorry. You know, I was just having a bad period." Oh, isn't it amazing how much I could talk without even knowing what the fuck... I don't even know what I'm talking about here. Hey, do you guys want to know how to change a shitty diaper properly? Are there any parents out there? Here's one to grow on. Here's a tip for you, all right? What happens is when you have a little baby... She had a baby, man. She had a baby. Say the word. Say the goddamn fucking word. You're going to be okay. If you have a baby... and you're breastfeeding it as opposed to giving it formula. I'm staying away from that shit. I don't like that fucking name, formula. That fucking name alone. I'm not giving my baby formula. You know? I would just picture like one of those Frankenstein movies with the graduated cylinder and the dry ice smoke coming out of the top of it. So anyways, they got a liquid diet going on. So when the fucking back door comes off the hinges, as they say, this is the deal. The second you hear the fucking, the rumblings and the grumblings, what you got to do is you got to get your kid not horizontal. You got to have them upright. All right? Now, this is the problem. When you take them down to the changing table, when you lay them back down again, okay, and you're taking off the onesie, you got to elevate them a little bit, As they say, shit runs downhill. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to use gravity as a favor. It's a two-person job if you're going to save that fucking onesie. All right? What you got to do is you have to have the baby fucking standing up on the changing table. All right? The other person undoes the onesie, lifts the onesie up over the fucking diaper, and then you take the diaper off like you're taking the transmission out of a car that's up on a lift. All right? Then you use gravity. Everything drops down. I'm trying to be as not graphic as humanly possible. Okay? Then, then you begin the fucking, the restoration. Because I'm telling you right now, if you're home alone, all right, and you lay that kid down, then what? Shit runs downhill. Now it's on the onesie. You got to take it off. You got to go over the kid's fucking head. And now you got shit on the fucking... I'm sorry. This is what it is. I don't want to put shit on the kid's head. I tell you, it's a rough one, So, fortunately, if that fucking happens, there's somebody else around. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get that graphic. But, people who are parents, I'm telling you, just one person holds it up. You undo the onesie. You drop the diaper out like a fucking transmission, Do a little cleanup, then you fucking set the kid down. Then you finish the fucking cleanup, bam, a new diaper. Actually, you don't even do that. We just bring her into the fucking shower and start all over again with a brand new, squeaky clean fucking kid. And there you go. There's a little that's my first unsolicited parental advice, okay? I just felt like it needed to be said. Is anybody watching that reality show Black Ink? My wife watches it all the time. There is a woman on there that makes my temper look like a fucking summer breeze. Good Lord, does she lose her fucking shit? It's like she's possessed. I actually just literally have to walk out of the room. But, I keep forgetting this show I started to watch. I watched the first 3 episodes, and I absolutely fucking loved it. And I tweeted about it. It was a cartoon from Japan. I guess they're called anime, which I did know that. But I didn't realize it was such a divisive thing to say that you liked a show that was anime. I feel like, is anime like the emo of fucking cartoons? Like, I tweeted that I like this show called One Punch Man. All right? And the fucking responses that I got, dude, are you fucking drunk? Oh, my God, you're into anime? And then other people are just like, this is like the greatest day ever. I just like the show. I've watched enough of the same type of shit, and I was scrolling through, and I was like, what the fuck is this show? And I looked, and it had 5 stars, 4.5, 5 stars, which is why I really hope Netflix doesn't go to thumbs up, thumbs down, like I said, because it's so fucking... stubbing your toe, thumbs down. Adolf Hitler, thumbs down. I mean, the thumbs down is just, there's a big gap between Hitler and stubbing your fucking toe. Anyway, so I put this thing on, and what I loved about the show, aside from the fact that I really thought it was funny, that you actually kind of got like a sense of what young people feel like in Japan as far as their view of going into the corporate world was very similar to the empty feeling, unless you're a fucking sociopath. Over here, I found like a very common thread to that. And to basically give you the overall thing, the superhero in it, he doesn't want to be a superhero. All right? And he fucking trained really hard because he wanted to be the strongest guy in the world. And in his training, he lost all his hair, which is hilarious, and he's really self-conscious about it. But he ended up developing like this punch. And no matter what monster he runs into, he doesn't give a shit whether they kill him. He's just completely devoid of any passion or emotion. Like what happens to you when you get shoved into a fucking cubicle. And he's got this one punch. And he just fucking can punch so hard that no matter how fucking badass the monster is. He gives him one. Somebody said they should have called the show the Right There, Fred. He gives him the fucking bam in the fucking, in the face, as Eddie Murphy says. In the face! And their fucking head explodes. And the monsters that he fights, you also get more of an insight into where people's heads are at in Japan. And it was like, one of the monsters he fought was some giant virus sent here by the Earth to get rid of all the humans because of what we'd done to the planet. So there was an environmental thing. Then my favorite one was this guy who was Crab Man. He was half, like up top, he was all a crab, and then the bottom, he was half a guy. But the bottom half, he's in his bare feet and tighty whities. And the guy's like, oh, I ate so much crab meat that I became a fucking crab. And to me, he represented the upper 1% corporate guys, on some power lunch, just eating all the fucking sushi and just take, nothing spiritual about him. So he gave him the old Right There, Fred. And then he fought this fucking lady. And she had command of all the mosquitoes. And she'd sick the mosquitoes on everybody, suck all the blood out of you and all your fucking energy, and then it would make her stronger. And to me, it's like, oh, this is a gold-digging, blood-sucking whore, right? And then when she got it to do it to all the animals and everybody there, she didn't need the mosquitoes anymore. She told all the mosquitoes to go fuck themselves. And I'm like, this is also somebody who becomes successful and forgets where they come from. And they look at everybody where they used to be as like a bunch of fucking peons. A bunch of little insignificant little mosquitoes, right? It's a lot of levels to it. Or you can just get fucking high and watch this bald-headed dude fucking punch half a crab in the head and watch it explode. I enjoyed it. All right, let's do a little fucking advertising here before I wrap up and I talk about MotoGP and the F1 Chinese Grand Prix and my glutes. All right, Loot Crate, everybody. Give me the loot. Are you on a quest for epic gear, housewares, and collectibles? Oh, do you have a One Punch Man t-shirt? This is finally going to fucking make sense to me. Loot Crate has it. The best surprise you know is coming. Loot Crate offers an epic range of pop culture items for less than $20 a month. If you're more of a fanatical fashionista, then try Lootwear monthly wearables and accessories with cult classics and your favorite franchises. If you want to get fancy, get a bigger box with even bigger loot with Loot Crate DX. Want to geek out your pet? Try Loot Pets. Offer expires April 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific. For April, join us as we salute one of our favorite mystery solvers with items from Stranger Things, Batman, The X-Files, and Marvel's Jessica Jones. Dude, get some one-man punch shit in there. One lucky subscriber will also win a mega crate including signed copies of Jessica Jones, Alias Volumes 1 through 4. Oh, Jessica Jones Alias Volumes 1 through 4. I might as well be reading a different language. I have no idea what any of this shit is other than Stranger Things. And I know Batman. And I used to know this chick named Jessica. You have until the 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific. You just said this to subscribe and receive that month's crate. And when the cutoff happens, that's it. It's over. Go to lootcrate.com/Burr and enter my code BURR, B-U-R-R, to save $3 off any new subscription today. All right, here we go. How many of these fucking things I got to read? All right, Lyft, everybody. L-Y-L to the motherfucking Y-F-T. You know about Lyft, right? We'll tell you. It's the app that gets you a ride in minutes, on demand, 24/7, for less than the cost of a cab. Please include all of the following points during your read. Well, if it takes too long, I'm not. If you tried Lyft, you know what I mean. With Lyft, you just download the app, request a driver, and they show up in 3.5 minutes on average. That's really fast. Unless there's a fucking guy chasing you with an axe, and that probably takes forever. Every Lyft driver is fully vetted through their 10-point safety standard, including criminal and DMV background checks. You'll get around quickly and safely, other than that other one, that rhymes with Moober. Lyft drivers are rated after every ride, so only the best stick around. You don't have to worry about getting into a filthy car with some creepy dude. With Lyft, you can tip in the app, which obviously leads to happier drivers. 9 out of 10 Lyft rides get a perfect 5-star rating from the passenger. It's just a better all-around experience. Bigger isn't always better. Lyft isn't the biggest ride-sharing app, but it's the fastest growing and the highest rated one. I'm talking about quality over quantity. Thanks to Lyft, you got an easy way to avoid drunk driving. You never have to bum a ride. You never have to worry about parking. A lot of people are actually getting rid of their cars and relying on Lyft to get around. And you know what? I don't blame them, evidently. Right now, Lyft is offering our listeners a special offer deal. Get 3 rides up to $10 each. There's up to a $30 fucking dollar value when you enter promo code Bill Burr. People don't want to listen this fucking long. That's promo code Bill Burr. Enter promo code Bill Burr. Cut to the fucking chase. 21 or less. All right. Helix, everybody. It's a one-punch fucking reference. All right. Helix? Helix? I don't know. You're unique. You're a special little snowflake. Take a bath and reconnect with yourself. You don't walk like anyone else, talk like anyone else, shit, or sleep like anyone else. So why is your mattress one size fits all? I don't know, because there's an average height of a human being. Because a truly customized mattress will cost you $5,000 to $10,000. Ooh, I didn't know that until now. Go to helixsleep.com, answer a few simple questions, and they'll run a 3D biomechanical model of your body through their proprietary algorithms they've developed with the help of the world's leading ergonomics and biomechanics experts. The results? There's a fucking robot that looks like you walking around blowing Donald Trump. And eventually they get rid of you. But in the meantime, you're sleeping on the most comfortable mattress you've ever slept on. Helix customers report a 30% improvement in overall sleep quality. How do you tell? I guess when you wake up in the morning, how much better you feel. And for customers, you know what happens is when you're sleeping, right? When you're going to do the survey, that robot that they made of you comes in and fucking jerks you off while you're sleeping. You wake up like, oh my God, I'm so fucking relaxed. And then once you give the approval rating, that robot leaves. That's it. That's how they do it. And for couples, they customize each side of the mattress. Your mattress arrives at your door in about a week, and shipping is free, 100% free. That's why everyone from GQ Magazine to Forbes are all talking about Helix Sleep. Helix? You have 100 nights to try it out, and if you don't love it, they'll pick it up for free. Gross! And give you a 100% refund, no questions asked. Go to helixsleep.com/Burr and get $50 off your order. That's helixsleep.com/Burr, helixsleep.com/Burr. All right, lastly, but not leastly. Oh, this is great. I'm trying to lose weight. I have to do this. Blue Apron, everybody. Not all ingredients are created equal. Fresh, high-quality ingredients make a real difference. So it's important to know where your food comes from. Talk about your personal experience. I'm going to do this in the corporate version.
Talk about your personal experience with Blue Apron. The meal you cook, the ingredients overall, how it tasted, how it felt in cooking, etc. If you don't do this, we will not give you any fucking money.
This is my experience. Every time I read it, I want to try it. I've never done it. They sent me a gift card. I'd use the gift card, but I don't like going on the internet trying to figure out shit. I put it on my wife's desk. I'm hoping at some point she's going to come across it and that she will get it. And at some point, some quinoa will show up wrapped in a Blue Apron. That's my experience. Additional points featured as desired. Feature as desired. Oh, I like this. I get choices here. For less than $10 per person per meal, Blue Apron delivers seasonal recipes along with pre-portioned ingredients to make delicious home-cooked meals. Choose from a variety of new set recipes each week, or let Blue Apron's culinary team surprise you. Recipes are not repeated within a year, so you'll never get bored. Customize your fucking recipes each week based on your preferences. Blue Apron has several delivery options, so you can choose the one that fits your needs. Maybe you can have your fucking Helix robot show up and give you your goddamn couscous. And there's no weekly commitment, so you get deliveries whenever you want them. Each meal comes with step-by-step. They'll show you how to cook it. You can have it done in 40 minutes or less. They're fucking healthy. You're going to get your abs. People will be able to see your abs. Everybody has abs. If you didn't have abs, you couldn't sit up in bed. All right? Check out to watch your robot just running out the door. Did I just dream that? Check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals for free with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/Burr. You will love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron. So do not wait unless you want to. That's blueapron.com/Burr. Blue Apron. Blue Apron. A better way to cook. That's the only way to deliver that line. That's why they have the comma. You have to pause. That's old school advertising. You can't say Blue Apron, a better way to cook. You got to be like, Blue Apron, a better way to cook. Okay, Bill, on this take, could you discover the word Blue Apron as a ooh, I didn't know that was there. Yeah, I can do that. Can I give you 3 different reads? Yeah, that would be great. Okay, here we go. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. Blue Apron, better way to cook. How was that? That was great, Bill. We got it. Okay, we'll see you next week. All right, thank you. Yeah, hang on a second, Bill. This is Susan Bloomstein calling. Anyways, let me get back to, sorry. I was just giving you guys a little behind the scenes on voiceovers. Did you like that? Did you feel like you were there? All right, let me wrap this up. This weekend, for the first time, I think I'm going to watch an entire MotoGP race. I believe it's in Argentina. It's somewhere down south. Oh, yeah, I'm all shook up. No, further south than that. Oh, a little samba action. Who the fuck I'm getting text from right now? Oh, my God. I haven't heard from that person in a minute. All right, anyways, MotoGP, and then the Chinese Grand Prix. This is a very great weekend before the NFL and NBA playoffs start. If you would like to watch some alternative sports that are not as big as the big four here in the United States of America, who's kidding who? Our country matters the most. Therefore, our sports matter the most. All right? People know our star athletes around the world. Nobody knows people in the Premier League, you know? The only reason why we knew that Beckham guy is because they made a movie about it and he was fucking one of the Spice Girls. All right? If he wasn't fucking some chick in a girl band, nobody knew who that guy was. Okay? We matter the most. All right, let's try to have a little more empathy as Americans here. Let's watch some fucking great sports from around the world. MotoGP. If you want to watch a bunch of lunatics driving about 180 miles an hour right next to each other, taking turns, fucking maniacs. And also the technology in that sport. Do you know like those suits now? I don't know how they figure it out, but they figure out that the rider's falling off the bike. And before he hits the pavement, ideally, like the suit that they wear has like an airbag that it fucking immediately inflates and protects all their vitals. In theory, obviously, I don't know. If you fucking slam into a wall, I don't know what happens then. But, and then the Chinese Grand Prix, the second race, the second of 20 races. There's only 20 races. It's very easy to watch this and continue to watch all the other sports that you love. You can tape it. You can just fucking watch it. And the Ferraris won the first one with Sebastian Vettel, I believe. And, I'm sure fucking, what the fuck's his name? Lewis Hamilton is not happy about that shit. And I was actually going to go to that TT race this year in the Isle of Man and ended up fucking falling apart. So I got to go next year. I got to go next year before they make it fucking safe. I have to go. And if you've never seen that race, more people have died than years that they've had it. The balls these people have. It's like fucking real live Mad Max type shit. Except they're still running water and all that stuff. Anyways. All right, let me talk about my glutes. Give me my glutes. Give me the glutes. This is something I realized as I'm rehabbing all these injuries in my body is that through years of sitting on planes and sitting on cars, like I have like no glute muscles whatsoever. Like beyond the usual fucking white guy, no ass type of shit. It's just like my fucking thighs do all the work. So I've been doing these squats where you kind of push them from your heels. And when I'm coming down and I'm trying to have most of my weight on my heels with my torso like straight up and down, not leaning forward to counterbalance the lack of glute muscle that I have, I start to come down into a seating position. I have to do it like over my workout bench. Because if I just try to go, mainly depending on my glutes, I will literally fall down. The first 30 degrees, I'm okay. And then I just fall down to the bench. So I got to get that going. So that's what I've been doing. I just went on and I looked up the top 10 glute things. So I'm doing alternative leg lunges. I got an exercise ball up against the wall that I put on my back, and I go all the way down to a deep squat, pushing up through my heels. Then I do the one where you lay on your back, your feet are planted on the ground, and then you lift your hips up, with your glutes that way. It's almost like you're sort of thrusting up as if you were fucking somebody. You know what I mean? But way up. Like they were lighter than air and you could actually possibly do that. So I do those and then I do the alternative fucking leg lunges. That's what I'm doing so far. So hopefully, I don't know. I had no idea my body was so goddamn fucked up, but evidently it is. But I am 177.6, so I'm very excited about that. And do it with me, everybody. Come on, the summer's coming up. Lose a couple pounds a week with me. Cut out the chips, the cookies. Just fucking drink waters. Sign up for that Blue Apron shit, Have a robot come and deliver it to your house. Be done eating by 5, 6 o'clock at night. And even if you get home later, just I always try to go like fucking at least 12 hours without eating when I'm trying to lose weight for like the last day. Like if I finish eating around 7, I'm not going to have breakfast till like fucking 9. If you do have a day job, just have like, I don't know, have like a lighter breakfast or something like that. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. All I can tell you is what works for me. All right, that's the podcast. Have a great weekend, you cunts. Check out some of the... Oh, and you know what else is on this weekend? The fucking Masters. The one golf tournament that I really try to watch every year. It starts today. So just, you know, if you don't want to watch the last couple of fucking games of hockey, you know, I know baseball's going and that type of stuff, but I don't know. This racing stuff's pretty fucking goddamn cool. All right, that's it. Go fuck yourselves. I'll see you on Monday. So Verzi is completely addicted to skating now, and he wants to get better at it. And so we're fucking in Edmonton. The next morning we got to drive down to Calgary. And Verzi's going like, there's got to be a place here to skate. So we find out they have a skating rink at the mall. And not only is it a mall, it's one of the most giant malls in North America.
North America, yeah. West Edmonton Mall.
Rivaling, what's that one in Minnesota?
Mall of America.
Mall of America, yeah. So... which I've been to that one, too. So we go to that one. We're walking through there with our fucking skates. 2 middle-aged guys walking through this thing with fucking skates. And we walk in, there's like this giant pirate ship. I mean, like, you could sail the fucking ocean with this fucking thing.
Yeah, it was a fucking official.
And I look on the other side, it was really deep water. And they took all this time to make it look like there was a shipwreck. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I mean, like, you could fucking...
Yeah, it was monstrous, man.
Yeah, like Shaq could drown in this water if he didn't. That's how fucking deep it was.
It was huge.
And then we look on the other side, and I'm like, Paul, is that a fucking sea lion? They had sea lions at this thing, and they're like throwing at fish and shit.
Fish, and it was catching
A trainer was. It wasn't like people just walking by throwing shit from the food court. It was a trainer throwing it, and so we're just walking through the mall, endless fucking mall. They had a water park there.
Yeah.
It was. I didn't look at any stores. I was too distracted by the shit in the middle. And then we finally get all the way to the ice rink.
Ice Palace. They called it Ice Palace, and we got all excited.
And we're the only people with skates, just walking through, holding our fucking dumb skates, and we get all the way to the other side. Verzi's all excited, like, dude, I'm telling you, I'm going to get better at this. You wait.
I was ready.
By the end of the summer, he's already talking shit. Dude, I'm calling it right now. I'm going to be fucking skating backwards. You're going to be like, what the fuck happened, Verzi?
Yeah.
Right? And then we show up. And there's a big judo tournament where the ice rink is, and they fucking put all this flooring all over it.
I was in denial. I'm like, maybe this isn't the rink. Maybe
like, no, this is the rink.
Dude, it says Ice Palace, Paul. This is it. They covered it up. This is it. I got upset, though, at the mall, man. Remember that girl, man? That really bothered me. We're walking through the food court, and, you know, we had a gyro. Great gyro at this place.
Do.
Yeah. A great gyro at this place called Jimmy the Greek. The one complaint, and you agreed, a little too much white sauce, and it was pasty.
Yeah,
it wasn't. It wasn't. Yeah, it was a little pasty.
He should have gone one scoop. He went two.
One scoop less and a little hot sauce, and it would have been fucking.
He got excited.
It would have been epic. Yeah, he got excited. So then I said to Bill, you know, I like a little dessert after I eat. You know, I like a little candy bar. I like a little, you know. So
like
I
a little sugar in your tank.
Like. So I go, Bill, man, there was a frozen yogurt place. I go, yeah, Pinkberry or something. So let's go frozen yogurt. So you all right? So we're walking by.
Let's paint the picture. So 2 middle-aged men with skates are now.
I don't like how you keep saying I'm middle-aged.
You are middle-aged.
I'm 30. I just turned 35.
35 times 2 is 70. Most guys fucking drop.
Well, I call middle-aged. Yeah, all right.
What would you call it?
No, I guess you're right. I guess, you know, I always just, when I thought of it as a kid, I always felt, it was. No, I don't know. I just remember, dude, I don't know.
What would you say, 40?
40s, but
40s?
40, people live long, man.
Dude, I'm fucking be 46. 46 times 2 is 92. You're going to really, I can't really sit there and say I'm middle-aged? I'll tell you the way I'm eating and smoking, you know?
No, so we walk through and we're like, where was that frozen yogurt place? Let's go to that frozen yogurt place. So we see 2 young women walk by, and we figure, hey.
I looked at them, and I'm like, these ladies, they're going to know where a Pinkberry is.
They're going to know where a Pinkberry is. So we walk up, and you go first. You say to the friend, you go, hey, you guys know where...
they're good looking, too, by the way.
Yeah, good-looking girls, and you go up first. And you go, hey, you guys know where the frozen yogurt place is? And like
She did like a double take, like
she did a double take, so fucking rude, right? And she just was like, what? And then I looked at the other one, and I go, yeah, like a pinkberry. And she kind of just like gives this shake off, like, how would I know? Like, why you? And she fucking did. This is what she did. She did the classic pretty girl. You're clearly just asking me this because you want to talk to me thing. And I'm like, no, bitch, I want some fucking yogurt. Okay, I want a fucking treat. You know, I just had lunch, and it really bothered me, dude. And we were walking around, and I wanted to find her.
they walked past us again. They did the loop on the food court.
I didn't know that, but I said to Bill when we got to the car, I go, I wanted to find her because I would have just went up to her and go, you know something? I found it, and you're a mean jerk. And then you go, why would you do that?
You're a mean jerk. That's terrible.
What am I going to call her, a cunt?
Well, don't call her anything if you're going to go with mean jerk. I mean, you know.
I hate that
You're
pretty
a
girl
mean
mentality. That pretty girl
Just
mentality.
say you're mean or you're a jerk if you want to stay clean. But if you go, you're a mean jerk.
No,
that's
you're not.
bad.
You're not pretty inside. You're not pretty inside.
She doesn't give a fuck. She's the hot girl at the mall. Paul, put yourself in her fucking pumps, all right? With two fucking
Fuck her.
jackasses standing there with ice skates when there's a judo tournament down the way, asking if they know where the fucking the ice cream store is. They looked at us the way they were supposed to.
You know what, dude? I like a sweetheart. I don't care how you
I
look.
would love to hear them tell the story. And they come, and then this just creepy guy comes up like, hey, you know where they are.
Hey, you guys know.
Yeah, but that's the way they're going to hear it, Paul. Paul, you ever watch those fucking prison shows?
Which ones? Like the Scared Straight?
No, not those ones where they talk about the worst prisons in the country and that type of shit.
Oh, yeah, I've seen a couple of those.
Yeah, and you just sit there watching it going, how the fuck would I go in there and not get raped? What would my game plan? You get scared watching it in your bedroom.
Right.
Women have to walk out of the house worried about that somebody's going to, you know. Dude, just imagine if
Dude, I had a winter hat on with a puffy ball on top of it holding ice skates, asking for yogurt.
Yeah, but
if anything, she probably thought I was fucking gay.
No. You don't look gay, Paul.
I know, but we just asked a question.
You're not. Your beard's too terroristy. You need to get a little more metrosexual if you're going to do that. We had sweatpants on. Dude, we were a mess.
Everybody on the fucking ground.
Yeah, that's what you look like.
My beard actually fucking says, everybody on the fucking ground. Yeah. No, but dude, I don't like the pretty girl who can't be approached with a question because, oh, this guy's hitting on me. It's awful. And you know something? The guy, especially the blonde one who went, like, shook her head like, what? She's going to be a nightmare. She's a fucking nightmare for some future guy. I'm telling you. She's a nightmare. She's already selfish. It's over.
What if she just knows what she wants and we're not it? Well, this is the thing, dude. You actually allowed, like, how old do you think they were?
They were probably 21, 22.
Yeah, you let a 21, 22-year-old. I mean, that's a girl at my age, not even a woman.
The way she shook
you
off.
You let her ruin, like, dude, we're driving down to Calgary.
Yeah, she ruined like
we got
a half
the
hour.
Rocky Mountains on the right-hand side of the car, and you're just still calling her a cunt the whole way down.
It bothered the shit out of me. It was like, why would you ask me? How would I know?
Dude, you realize how funny that is that they did that to us? Like, what? Like, yeah, they really made us feel like shit. That's fucking hilarious if you look at it.
It bothered me.
And the whole time is because you wanted to get frozen yogurt?
Dude, how funny would it be if we chased him down? And I went
Dude, you
up
got
to him?
frozen yogurt with sugar-free gummy bears on it.
It was
so
delicious.
all natural.
No, organic gummy bears. How great would it be if we chased him down and I just walked up to her and I go, you know something? You hurt my feelings. And I just fucking broke down. You know, you hurt my feelings. I just wanted yogurt.
Oh, by the way, for people listening here, this is last week, you know, just trying to make jokes to not go out of your mind being on tour this fucking long.
Yeah.
Is we were doing the Dangerfield. Everything, I'll tell you, I got a friend of mine who loves yogurt, you know? So we were doing that. And once that went away, that got old. Somewhere along the line, you started doing it. You started saying really sentimental shit to me and then pretending like you were crying. And then that just became like the running joke.
And then you started laughing, and then you were just like, you got to do that on stage. Do that crying thing. So now we'll just go up and, like, if we'll be like, hey, man, I'm tired, but, dude, you know what? Hanging with you on the road has been great. You're the only one I could have done it with. And then Bill would come and tag it. That's the best thing. Bill would come and tag it. And
I would just be like, I was hoping you were going to say that. But dude, it's been fucking wonderful for my anger. I'm going to try to do that when I get home. Just pretend like I'm crying, man. It's fucking hilarious.
So 2 stories. We go in to eat, and we have this Filipino waiter, right? By the way, I like to play the games where I say...
Where the hell were we? Was that Edmonton? Or was that Calgary? That was Edmonton.
Yeah, it was Edmonton. So I like to do this thing where sometimes I like to fuck with people. So I'll just get on a phone and I'll be like, Bill, go along with it. And we'll be in an elevator and I'll go, what? No, that's horseshit. And like Bill just be like, what happened? So like I said, like, yeah, the parole officer called. And he said, and Bill goes, oh, they worked it out? And then instantly Burr goes, yeah, but what about that videotape? I go, no, they said it's insubmissible. and like the guy, there's just a stranger there, right? Sometimes I break out laughing. So Bill calls it, he gets a little emotional guy. So we turn this crying thing we do into like, this has been great, right? We turn that into doing it in public. So we have this Filipino waiter, right? And the whole guy was great. He was talking to us. And at the end, I just go, he goes, here's your bill. And I go, I just want to say something. And I kept a dead straight face. And I go, you've been a great waiter, man. And I put my hand on his fucking arm. And I go, you know, you bring in the waters? And Bill just looks at him and goes, he gets a little emotional. You know what I mean? I go, no, but it means a lot.
Guy didn't know what to do.
Guy had no...
Because he was so fucking polite. And he was actually from the Philippines. So he's in,
dude, you jumped right in perfectly. Yeah. My friend, he gets a little emotional. I go, no, but Bill, he'd bring the waters. Oh, dude, he was freaked out, though.
No, that's the new game on the road.
But you had the best one. I got to say the best one was at the airport yesterday. We got to the airport yesterday, and Bill starts busting my balls about my laundry. And he goes, Verzi, fucking 16 days and you're carrying, dirty socks and underwear? And I go, dude, I bought new ones. The dirty ones are tied up tight in a plastic bag. And Bill just goes, just like your emotions. And, dude, I fucking could not walk. I couldn't walk, and I had to stop pulling my fucking the bag I checked because we were laughing so hard. It works, though. It makes it fucking great.
It's driving our tour manager nuts.
Oh, yeah, that's the one thing we got. Yeah.
Well, because women don't want to see a guy getting emotional like that. It's just...
Well, no, because once somebody cries, it's over.
Yeah, like when I go out afterwards and I'm taking pictures with people and stuff, I always come back and I was just saying, I got to tell you, I've seen a lot of people do that, doing the picture thing, but you got to be one of the best.
Dude, our wives.
She's going, would you stop fucking doing that?
Our wives are going to go nuts. Because the first thing when I see Stace and you see your wife, we're just going to go, it's been so long. I missed you so much.
No, you got to set it up with talking like
you got to start off normal.
Like you're going to say something really sentimental to them. So they're almost crying, and then you cry, which ruins their crying. And I swear to God, you get slugged in the shoulder, which is all you really want. Oh, shit, 20 minutes in. I'll tell you, Paul, time really flies with you on the podcast. It's been so fun. This is probably only funny to us, but I don't give a shit. Try it with your friends.
Oh, fuck that. If people aren't laughing,
the game is called He Gets Emotional. And just walk into a bar. Just have one of your friends start hitting on a woman, and then
the other friend's got to go along.
Yeah, and then just starts welling up, and then the other guy goes, I'm sorry, he just gets emotional, and you just got to let the other person deal with it. Dude, you're one at the fucking airport where you walked up to that lady at the little fucking, I sell gum, whatever the hell it is. And she said, excuse me, do you have the...
what are the biggest... No, I broke out.
Oh, yeah.
I go, hey, man, how you doing? What are the biggest condoms you got?
Yeah, what's the biggest size condoms you have? I turned around and walked away.
And you turned around and walked away, and I'm just staring at her, and I'm biting my tongue as hard as I can to not laugh, and then I just burst out laughing. And
she said what, and then when you went to repeat it, you
started to try to point to it, and I lost it.
You lost it and had to walk away. Paul, we're punch drunk out here. One of my favorite things in this business was Opie from the Opie and Anthony show. He had this thing that he would do when guys would start crying when they would play audio.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It was fun. And his timing was perfect every time. Someone would be talking, like retiring from a sport, like when Mike Schmidt retired, which is, it's very difficult to watch. He was like, he just was ending. It was like 38 years ago, a little boy began a journey to play the wonderful game of baseball. And then Opie would always go, oh, boy. One of my favorite, and it always...
Oh, boy.
It always meant, oh, God.
That's great.
Like, nobody wants to see a man just completely... You know what it is? I can watch a guy cry if something terrible has happened. Just don't try to talk while you're crying.
No, that's the thing. The talking and then bursting out into crying.
Just let your shoulders go.
Yeah.
You're fucking crying. But don't, for the love of God...
A man needs to cry in private.
Yeah, you do that in the shower.
You do it in the shower. Like when my son was born, everyone's like, did you cry yet? And I'm like, no, what are you talking about? And then when my son was born, it all hit me later. And I went home to go get stuff for my wife in the hospital. And I sat on the couch. And I didn't weep, but I just got... I didn't weep, but I got emotional. But like,
I'm just picturing you sitting on the couch by yourself and you just go. That stupid face. Oh, it's just completely unacceptable. To use your thing from your podcast.
That's
The
unacceptable.
Burzy effect.
It's unacceptable, dude.
Completely
No,
unacceptable.
you're right, though. The talk into it, right?
Yeah.
The talk into it. That's what the funny thing about crying is, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, you always do this to me. You always do this to me, and I'm trying my best. And it's over.
Yeah.
It's fucking over.
Whenever my friends die, I've had so many who fucking died. I just cry in the shower.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
We asked a girl, right?
Because you don't feel like you're crying because there's all that water on your face anyways.
No, we asked the girl, we go, what would you do if your dude started crying? Like if nobody died, if a dude and you were just arguing.
He just had a bad day.
And he just had a bad day and you got into it and he broke down and cried. And she goes, yeah, no, over.
Over.
Get the fuck away from me.
Yeah. You know what's funny? There's some women, they think that they want to see that part of you.
They don't.
What that is to them is that's their total conquest.
Yeah.
Like, when you bang a girl in the ass, you're just like, yeah, I got this shit. I'm fucking with you.
No, yeah.
Their version
I
of
was
that.
just like, Jesus, Bill.
No, I'm fucking with you. Their version of that is if they can get you to be so vulnerable around them that you cry, and then it's one of those things. It's almost like when the crowd screams out a joke they already heard, they think they want to hear it again, and then you tell. It's like, that wasn't as good.
No.
It's the same thing as that.
Yeah, and you said something about, like, if a burglar comes in, if you cry in front of a woman, all in her mind is like, what if the burglar comes in on this fucking guy?
Yeah, no, it's over.
You can't cry. You strip a woman of security if you cry in front of her, I think. I don't think I've cried in front. I think my wife saw me.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
like,
you strip her of her security because now she's like, well, I got this fucking, I got this
during
fucking
crisis.
I got this baby sleeping next to me every night. It's over. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, you might as well just have a pullover sweater on, walking around.
And then she mocks you. What are you gonna cry, bitch?
You're so mean. Yeah, it's fucking over, dude. You can't have that.
Have you ever cried? Have you ever cried alone listening to a song, or like not cried, but have you ever been like?
Oh no, I've completely broken down and I've totaled 3 cars, just weeping uncontrollably. No, have I? Yeah. Have I like totally cried? No. I've definitely teared up. Listen, as an artist, at some point you're going to have to go to those emotions. You need to be in tune with your instrument. No, I have. I've what was the ones? Like I had this weird thing where I stopped crying at some point. I don't know when. I stopped crying and got mad more when I got hurt and my brother beat the shit out of me. Most of the crying I'd be is just like "fuck you" at the end of it, but I wasn't crying. And then I didn't cry.
I remember one time, dude. My brother's bigger than me. My little brother's bigger than me, right? Big though, like. And I remember I said, if you fucking take my clothes again, he did it every day. Right. He would go into my room, he would take my belt, he would take my clothes, and I'd come home and
you guys in a boy band?
And I need to go out.
Right.
And I go, Mom, if he does it again, I'm fucking hitting him. And my mom would be like, oh, he did. And one time I really needed a shirt. And I'm fucking throwing shit through the house. And he gets out of his friend's car and he starts walking up. And he's got it on. And I fucking snapped. And my grandmother was there. And I jumped on him and I started punching him. And he stood up and he just goes, fuck you.
Wait, you made your older brother cry?
No, my younger brother.
Oh.
He was bigger than me. But he didn't know what to do. He got so upset that he looked around. He was so angry that something needed to come out. And he just goes, fuck you, dude.
What, did you feel bad? Did you start laughing?
No, I kind of just walked away, and we laughed about it afterwards. But now he's a big kid. But my mom had the opposite.
I got a little brother of mine. He's an animal,
No, my mom said she went to a funeral once, and everybody was there, and everybody was crying, and she was overwhelmed with emotion that they had to fucking drag her out. She said she had one of the most embarrassing things happen to her, where she said she uncontrollably laughed. Because they said that could happen sometimes. So she's sitting there. she's sitting there and everybody's crying, and like she went up and she could not stop laughing. And like and I said, why? Like, and she was like, Paul, I just don't know. She goes, I could not stop laughing and they had to walk me out. And like, and she just.
This is your mom?
Yeah, she said because the emotions were so much that they said that could happen sometimes. where you just like she didn't know what to do. So instead of just breaking down, she went the other way and just couldn't control herself.
Yeah, no, like humor will protect you in a really like that's what they don't get sometimes when comics make fucking horrific jokes about some bad event. Make good jokes.
Yeah.
But it's about a horrific event, so they go, "That's so fucking mean." It's a defense mechanism. It's
No,
also,
my mom is a sweetheart who felt bad, and her emotions just went the other way. And she goes, "Paul, I felt so bad, I couldn't control myself." She said, "I couldn't control myself."
I hate to say this because somebody lost somebody, but if there was video of that, oh my God. So I was saying, somewhere around 10 or 11, I didn't cry for years and years and years, and I didn't cry until a friend of mine killed himself, and even then. I was sad, and it's just I was in the bathroom once again, and it was in there, and I remember I started to cry, and then I started thinking like, wow, I'm crying. I haven't cried in a long time, and then I stopped because I was out of it because I stopped thinking about the dude killing himself.
Wow, yeah, I went 10 years without a cry, and then I had one.
When was it over?
Yogurt.
They didn't have gummy bears. No, I think it might have been when my son was born. You know, it might have been when my son was born.
That's acceptable. I guess it's acceptable. Back in the day, you just stood on the waiting room,
other than when I went down to the pool. Because I go down to the pool, I'm down there. It's me, it's fucking Jay Lawhead, who's been killing it in front of me, and the lovely Nia and her cousins, and we're hanging out down the pool, and they're doing the usual shit. You know, if you're a redhead and you go down to the pool, like you're just asking for it. People all, look how white you are. Like I never noticed. It's like I'm fucking around myself. I've been around myself since the 60s, the late 60s. I know how white I am. And if I ever forget how white I am, there's always somebody there to remind me. Sir, I don't know if you've noticed your skin tone. What am I, meditating, floating up out of my body? All right, so these people I'm with go, come on in the pool. I'm like, I don't want to go in the pool. I don't want to go in the fucking pool. They're like, why not? Why don't you want to go in the pool? You know why? Because the fucking look at these people. Look at them. And would you take a bath with any one of the people that you see here? These fucking just messes of human beings. There's not enough chlorine in a fucking pool to kill whatever the fuck they're dragging in the pool. You know what's like? I finally ended up going to the pool. Then everybody made fun of how white my fucking alabaster chest was. And then I had to stay in the shade of the fucking the lifeguard's chair. I had a show to do. I'm being a professional. I can't come out stage later, half in the bag, looking like a lobster. Right? I got to do my little song and dance later on that night. So anyway, I ended up getting in the fucking pool against what I wanted to do, And then I get out of the pool. First of all, for my age, I am in absolutely phenomenal, top shelf shape. All right? I got to tell you, the fucking, just the humanity that I saw poolside in Las Vegas. The fucking humanity. Keyword manatee. Not to step on Jim Gaffigan. I just realized he used to use that reference, and I'm pretty sure he used it. I can't remember how the fuck he used it, but if he used it to describe a fat, pale torso, not really pale, but whatever the fucking shit I saw, decided that he was dead on that. Oh my God. Is there anything worse than seeing a tattoo come of age? Jesus Christ. If you get a tattoo, you better just make the mental decision that you're going to P90X for the rest of your fucking life. Because when you don't... Dude, I saw this guy down at the pool. All right? He had, not only the worst tattoos you've ever seen in your life, the worst placement. You know what I mean? You get one, on the side of your arm, up by your shoulder, that looks good. Right on the bicep, that looks good. You know somebody gets one right over their voice box? I don't give a fuck what you have surrounding that leads into that part of the work or the piece, whatever they call it. It looks fucking horrible. Leg tattoos, horrific.
Horrific. So this fucking jerk-off, he has basically the exact sort of like tribal thing that The Rock has, except he doesn't look tribal. He looks like an accountant, you know? And he doesn't work out. So just imagine if The Rock was as pasty as I was. And it never worked out in his life. But he has that same tattoo that starts at the elbow, goes up the arm, over the shoulder, and covers one whole pec. But the way this guy had it done was it didn't cover his whole pec. It came swinging in and went right above his man nipple. So now all of that is like colored in. So because of the pastiness of his torso, your eye is just drawn to his right nipple. As he's standing in the fucking pool. My neck was sore from shaking my head at people. It was absolutely fucking horrific, right? So anyways, I go back up to the hotel room, right? You know, got to make sure that I'm all ship-shape for my goddamn show. And I put on the news, and what do they end up doing a story about? They start doing a story about the amount of fecal matter found in public pools. Right after I just got out of a goddamn pool. You know, and I know what people always think. Oh, stay away from where the kids are. Stay away from the kiddie pool, right? Stay away from that. They always blame the fucking kids. Well, you know something? After seeing what I saw poolside, you know, there weren't a lot of kids in there. But I guarantee you, somebody got E. coli. I know this is fucking disgusting, but people, you're basically bathing. You know what's even more fucked up is Vegas is just like, you know, people fly in from all over the world. You're taking a fucking AIDS bath, you know, with a shot of fucking, what the hell was that shit that came out? But it killed people so fast that it just burned out. Everybody just ran into the woods. The fuck was that shit called? Ah, Christ, I can't remember. Ebola. That's it. With a shot of Ebola. Or whatever. Food poisoning. I don't know what it is. A salmonella shower. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm done with public pools. The only pool that I will ever swim in again is my pool, if I ever get one, or the pool of some hot chick that I want to fucking bang because I have Nia's permission. That's the only way it's going to go down. Other than that, you know, I'll just go take a bath. That way I'm out of the sun. You know, I'll take a couple of vitamin E pills, whatever the fuck it is you get from the sun. Other than skin cancer, I'm done with it. You know what America needs to implement after years and years of calling the French people smelly? You know, that's kind of like the thing when we went over to France and saved their ass for the second time last century. Oh, wait, did we do it once? We did it one time, right? I can't fucking remember. So anyways, we've always made fun of the French for how they smell. If you ever watched Bugs Bunny growing up, and you saw Pepe Le Pew, if you noticed he had a French accent, you know, that's the kind of shit you couldn't get away with today because of political correctness, I guess. They were basically saying that, you know, that they stunk. But I'll tell you one thing that the French have when it comes to hygiene over Americans, all right, is the bidet. All right? I can guarantee you, if I ever go swimming in a public pool again, it's going to be in France. Unless there's a bunch of Americans. I know I've been over to England. I never saw a bidet over there. You know? A bidet is basically a car wash for your asshole. And, you know, it leaves you feeling refreshed. Puts a fucking smile on your face. And evidently in France, you're so fucking happy you forget to put on deodorant. But I'll tell you right now, you can jump in that pool. I bet they're not talking about that shit over there. Right?